What's up, guys? Tommy, you can go check me out on Go Gamers, but I'm here with the owner, creator, and producer of Movie Titans, Chris, and we have a special guest, Tanner Wood. That's his YouTube. You also can follow him on Twitter, Dr. Ghetto Batman. And I'm going to pass it off to Chris. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we have Tanner on here. He's we met him on Twitter. He's really cool. And we're going to just have themes each week for these podcasts. Sometimes not. This week's is DC week. You'll see that for the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Tommy show. And then hopefully another show. But if it's just these two, well, sorry. And yeah, Tanner, you want to talk?
Yeah, what's up, audience, people? Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah, so... we're just gonna.
Y'all's podcast is about. I just know I have questions. I have answers for them.
Yeah.
Let's get nerdy.
Let's get nerdy. We have topics for DC. We're all gonna talk about them. And
do you have the topics pulled up, or do I need to? I can get them later. I got them.
Yeah. I have topics written down.
Yeah. So, Tommy, if you just want to say what the topic is.
Our first topic is which DC comic or property would you like to get a movie, animated or live action?
Ooh, animated.
Tanner, Tanner, you can go first if you want, since you're the guest.
Okay, I'll go first. All right. Now my question could be for a TV show or a movie, but I think that the character is one of my favorite characters, The Question. I really love to see The Question get either a movie or a TV show, one of the two. I think he's a really cool character and an underrated character. He has like no face. He's super awesome, super cool, and I think that'd be like a really cool character.
Yeah.
That needs something.
I'm gonna crush your dreams for a second. I don't know if do you like Gotham?
I do not like Gotham, but I do watch it, sadly.
Yeah, there's a female in there. One of the female detectives is actually
Montoya.
Question. Yeah, Montoya.
Yeah, she's a version of The Question. I don't like that question as much. Like y'all watch the Justice League Unlimited cartoon like that Bruce Timm did?
Yeah. I know, it's amazing.
They had the question on that. That question is like my favorite question.
I know, right? And there's a question like fan series online that was really good. I don't know. It was really good. And I think it had like Mr. Terrific in it, I think. And it was like, I think it was the question trying to find Ted Kord or something, Blue Beetle. Cause I guess he went missing. And it was like 4 parts and it was pretty good. Came out like a long time ago.
The question is really cool because you could be very different, like with certain characters and stuff, like with like the Batmans and the Superman stuff, they're delicate characters because you have to have such a big budget for them. There's certain things you can't do with them. The question, I think you can make it a lot like the comics and it can still translate well on the screen. Whereas, like, some characters you can't, but with The Question, I think he'd be really cool. Because he's a character that can still be realistic, you know?
Yeah. I just imagine, I feel like The Question would be, if they did do The Question, I'd rather have it be in the Arrow universe than anything.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I don't think they would do it as a movie because you look at DC Slate, they got freaking Batman and Superman, they got Aquaman movies, they got Cyclops movies, they got all these big characters. I don't think they'd have room for The Question.
You mean Cyborg?
I think he means Cyborg.
Cyborg, sorry.
I wonder what Cyclops in DC would look like, though.
He's Cyclops. He has like one of Superman's powers.
Yeah, it's just like instead of having 2 eyes, they gave him 1, and it's just a giant Cyclops with laser vision.
That's my one problem with Superman, not to go off rail, but so many characters are just like have one of his powers.
Yeah.
I know.
Like Cyclops is just one part of Superman, and then Flash has one of Superman's powers, even though he's faster, still one of Superman's powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the question. I think that would actually work a lot better than Gotham would.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be.
Can we just stop mentioning Gotham on this?
Dude,
Yeah.
that had so much hope because there was a comic series that was out. I think
Was it about like young Bruce and all that?
I forgot what it was called. Maybe it was like
It's like
Gotham at
Gotham
Midnight or
City.
something.
was
Gotham
like
Central.
Gotham-
It was Gotham Central.
yeah,
right?
Gotham Central. Yeah,
And it's a great story. And what it is it's about the cops of Gotham. And Batman is barely around in it. Like every few issues, you'd get Batman, and he'd be you'd see Batman, but he'd say like one line, then he'd disappear. You didn't really see Batman a lot because it's centered around the cops, not like Gordon, but around all the cops. So you got to see all the cops and what they did. And I wish that's what they would have done here, because Christopher Nolan even took some dialogue straight out of that comic. Like there was there's just one panel where it's like the Joker's in one series, and what he does is his plan is to get captured by the cops, like in The Dark Knight. And then there's just one part when he's in his cell and Montoya is like mouthing off to him, and the Joker literally says, he literally goes, "You got a mouth on you, I like you," just like he did to Rachel in The Dark Knight. And there are a lot of similarities. After reading that comic, I was like, this is a lot like The Dark Knight. You could tell Nolan got some things from it. It's really good.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing about Batman that I really enjoy, like the Gotham City side of it. Like in Batman Year One, I don't know if you guys have read it. It's amazing.
I love Batman.
Yeah, like throughout that comic, they focus on Gordon a lot more than they do Batman in a way.
Yeah, it's almost more of a Gordon story than it is a Batman story.
And they've brought a lot of Year One elements over into Gotham, which I don't think Gotham's god awful. I just think it could have been a lot better. Like,
yeah, this pisses me off because it's got so much potential, and they keep messing around with so many dumb storylines like Fish Mooney. I could care less about Fish Mooney. I don't care. You know she's gonna die because she's the only character that's not from the comics, so she's going to die.
Contract hasn't been yet.
And she's on freaking Regis and Kelly. She tells everyone that her contract's up. That's another giveaway. And she's just such a dumb character. She's so annoying. They focus on her storyline, like they should focus on the cops of Gotham, and and I don't mind focusing on Bruce Wayne a little bit, but not at the point they're focusing on Bruce Wayne. Like, they too much. Like, it should be about the cops, and then you should have maybe some side stories with Penguin and Bruce Wayne, but they should be minor compared to the main thing. But that's just me.
I saw something online, and it was like how Gotham should have went, and it was like season 1 is basically Gordon coming to town as he's young, and the Waynes are there, but Bruce isn't born yet. And so it's like throughout it'd be like I think it was like a 4-season show they planned, and it was like throughout it you'd see kind of the criminal like people and like how the Waynes were kind of two-faced and stuff, and then in the end the series finale would have the Waynes be murdered. And,
that would have been cool.
It would have ended with like a shot of Batman or something, and I thought that would have been way better than having them be killed off in the first episode.
I wish they would have had the parents in it not be killed in the first episode, because I think it was Jeremy Johns, right, the movie reviewer.
Yeah,
on
it was
YouTube.
Jeremy Johns. Yeah,
he said at one point he said a perfect idea. Why they had the opportunity to be the first people that really showed us what the Waynes were like, aside from just being the people that got shot. Why did they not do that? They could have had, like, even if they didn't want them in the full series, just kill them in the first season, but throughout, at least have a season where we get to see the Waynes be the Waynes,
Yeah, and there's this guy I follow on Facebook or something, the Arrowverse. I'll link it down below. He's been saying that what they should do for Gotham is find a way to bring back Thomas Wayne and create it as an Earth 2 like universe. Even that I think would, I feel like it would fit, but it'd be a lot complicated because a lot of Yeah. Like, just regular people don't know about Earth 2.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, the regular viewers, like, they're really into Gotham. Like, Gotham has pretty good reviews. Like, Gotham is a pretty well-liked show outside of people, I think, that read comics.
Yeah, outside of the fan base.
And I'm not a very critical person. Like, I tend to enjoy things more than the common, like, comic book reader does. Like, I'm cool with letting things slide. But Gotham it's just so... we've spent too much on Gotham. We spent too much on Gotham.
Really have.
It's just makes me sick.
It's a little bit of irony.
Yeah, it's a question.
It's a little bit of irony because I said, let's not talk about Gotham, and then we started talking about 10 minutes.
Yeah. So Tommy, you want to go?
Yeah. I still didn't come up with
Are we on movie or TV?
Huh?
We're on movie.
We're on movie? Okay. We could just say it's TV and talk about movie next, just to clear it up. So, Tommy, talk about your TV show.
Well, are we going movie or TV? Because Tanner went movie.
I did movie.
Yeah, let's just go for movie.
Okay. I thought you were saying the question show. Okay. Yeah, movie works, yeah.
So...
Okay, then do your movie, Tommy.
I still didn't find a legit answer, so I'm going to pull Animal Man out of my butt. And, I mean... To be honest, I read a little bit of Wikipedia about him since the last podcast.
Wikipedia.
Hear me out. So, I still don't remember what his powers are. Either he, can act like an animal, like he can fly, and then he can bite like a lion or something like that, or he can turn into him. Well, I think it'd be kind of cool to watch, because there's this Paul Blart movie, and...
Oh, God.
It's with, a bunch of zoo animals, and they can, talk or something.
Oh, you called him Paul Blart. That's Kevin James you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kevin James.
Kevin James is basically Paul Blart.
Yeah,
so
I remember. I saw that movie. It's called The Zookeeper.
Yeah,
I had to see that movie
I'm almost sure it's not good.
Oh, it was like Dr. Dolittle with Paul Blart.
Basically, yeah. And
I'm just kind of imagining a good version of Dr. Dolittle or that thing. I feel like they could maybe pull it off. I'm really struggling to defend my decision here. So hear me out.
I can help you. Help you.
Chris,
Grant Morrison kind of revamped Animal Man, tried to make him cool.
In the New 52,
I think.
In the New 52, I actually think Animal Man's comic in the New 52 is one of the best launch comics that they had.
I don't read Animal Man. I don't know much about Animal Man at all. I know a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's really good, and the art I think is awesome.
Chris, can you just go before I embarrass myself anymore?
Yeah.
We had to pick obscure people. Don't be embarrassed. I mean,
no. I know it's fine, but I mean, I actually had a good answer for this. When we first came up with answers, maybe a month ago, I had a pretty good answer, but I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My movie is Earth 2, because I think if they made a movie of Earth 2, originally I was going to have it as my show, but then I thought about it harder, and
so hold
I think
on, Earth 2, can you explain that for the people that don't know?
Yeah, Earth 2 is basically in the DC universe. It's a parallel universe, kind of. The New 52 is Earth 0. Earth 1 is kind of, it's a newer universe. It's most of them are written by Jeff Johns, they're all really good in my opinion. And then you have Earth 2, which has been around for a long time. It's basically the universe where all the original Justice Society members are, and it's kind of complicated to explain, really, if you don't read the comic.
Yeah, it's just a parallel
universe.
Basically, yeah. And I already know how my movie would go out, and because I think
would you have them with the Justice League movies as well?
No, actually, this would. On our last podcast we did that we couldn't finish yesterday, I explained my entire plot of how this could work, and I'm going to do that now because I'm selfish and I want to. If they did an Earth 2 movie, which in the comics, Earth 2, again, it's like the Justice Society. So you have Jay Garrick, the original Flash. But he's younger.
Was the original? I thought it was Barry Allen.
No,
Jay Garrick was the first Flash, but then in the 60s they decided to change things up and made Barry Allen the original Flash. Kind of ignored that Jay Garrick ever existed, but they eventually brought him back as like a parallel guy. Same thing with Green Lantern. His original wasn't Hal Jordan, but when they revamped it, they made Hal Jordan the original Green Lantern.
And like a lot of their powers and stuff were different than what like Green Lantern's powers are a lot different than Hal Jordan's, like Alan Scott's are. Like his weakness is wood instead of yellow, and like how Earth 2 the movie I think would play out is you'd have it'd basically be volume 1 of it where they're fighting Grundy, and then in the Flash series towards like season 5. You could have the Flash of Two World stories and have the actor who played Jay come in and do that to say that this movie's in that universe, and then have a Crisis on Infinite Earths movie after the 2020 movies are done, and just combine everything.
Oh man,
Smallville, the Flash.
That would be pretty awesome. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any final thoughts?
That would confuse the crap out of everybody that doesn't read comics, but it would be so awesome for the people that do.
It would be so cool. And like, also that'd be a way to bring Smallville back because I miss that crap show. Yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts on TV or movie? Blah.
Do you
guys want to
I gotta
hop in?
be right back. 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll talk about our TV shows, and you better be back by then.
I should be. BRB.
Okay. So Tanner, you want to talk about your TV show first?
My movie was the question, right? Yeah, that was my. I think. Wait, that was my. Oh crap! I got mine mixed up. But I got mine mixed up. The question was supposed to be my movie. Wait, no, yeah, the question was my movie. So my TV show. I think what would be a really cool TV show would be the, the Court of Owls. Did you read the Court of Owls?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that is an amazing, that story is amazing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if we could kind of see, like, the past Court of Owls, like, see what all they were about and what they did.
Yeah.
Because they got a bunch of backstory. And I love to see more about them because we don't have anything about them except for like what we've seen in the New 52. So I think that'd be cool.
I think that'd be awesome. I'm gonna crush your dreams here again. I heard a rumor online that the Court of Owls are in season 2 of Gotham.
I know. I heard that there was like they're thinking about it, and also they won't let Arrow use Harley Quinn because they want to use Harley Quinn.
I know,
which makes no sense because Harley Quinn is like 30 years younger than Batman, but we're talking about Gotham again.
Yeah, we're talking about Gotham.
Yeah, I think Court of Owls.
This is the Gotham podcast?
The Gotham podcast where all we do is crap on Gotham.
Yeah.
We could do that. I would have fun with a podcast just crapping on Gotham.
I would love that. That will be the next podcast. Tomorrow, guys.
I had to stop reviewing Gotham on my channel. Like, I don't remember the last episode. It was the one where they CGI'd a man's head to a woman's body.
Oh, yeah.
That one, I had to quit after that. I just had to quit. I couldn't talk about it because my whole reviews were just, this show sucks. Don't watch it. There was stop. It was just me talking crap about Fish Mooney.
Mm-hmm. I think I stopped around the Joker episode where they introduced Kid Joker.
That was stupid. Now, the kid that played Joker, I actually thought did a decent job.
I thought he was really good. But the episode in general, I thought it was bad.
Yeah, because they're just throwing Easter eggs. Hey, look, it's Robin's mom and dad. Now, look at them, Robin's mom and dad. And then, this guy's the Joker if you can't tell. And it's just, and plus, the whole point of the Joker, one, doesn't have an origin. But two, if he does have an origin, that wasn't the origin because he was already the Joker. Yeah, the New 52 origin is he's like, he has something like from like the Lazarus pit, like has made him live for like a ton of years.
Yeah, I think it's like this. Have you read it?
I'm up to date on Batman. Batman's like the first comic I read as soon as it comes out every week.
Yeah. It's like to me, it's so stupid because that was the one fun thing about the Joker, is that you didn't know his origin, and so there were so many different people who gave him so many different origins. It was kind of like he could have he had basically a million different origins from everything. Like Red Hood, one was just he was a mobster, he was a comedian. Now you have the Gotham, he was a circus freak or whatever. And there's so many origins to that that you don't know. Real quick? Oh, hey, Tommy's back. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm standing in my basement with a pillow on my head. That's how much dedication I have for this podcast. But so, was that origin ever used in the comics, like from the Gotham, or was that just like out of the?
No.
I don't. I have. If it's so, I haven't read. The only origin that I really know is the Killing Joke.
Mm-hmm.
But even at the end of that, he said, he's like, I like to remember it multiple choice. But I think that like Christopher Nolan did it best, where like each person that the Joker went to, he had a different origin. I think that's so perfect.
That's kind of how I thought it. That's what I was trying. Like, what I really liked about that is they were kind of playing toy on the fact that the Joker, over the years, has had like 30 different origins, and they can't keep continuity. And so Heath Ledger's Joker was. I saw like a fan theory that he was like a soldier or something.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
what
see that.
They wanted to. Yeah, but the thing is like with whatever Scott Snyder's doing, where he's like where he's lived for like 1,000 years or whatever. I don't necessarily think it's what it seems, because they're definitely alluding to it. But the thing is, Scott Snyder has never done anything wrong in his entire life. Like, he's never written a bad story with Batman. Like, he's never failed us. And I doubt that he's going to do it with the Joker. Because if you listen to Kevin Smith's Fat Man on Batman podcast, he interviewed Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder was like, he's such a fan of the character, and his like favorite is like the Batman the Animated Series, and he like loves the Joker and thinks. And just the way, like, I don't see Scott Snyder being like, oh, the Joker's been here for 1 million years, and he's like, I just don't see that happening. But maybe it does. Maybe I just am an optimist, but I don't think it's what we think it is.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. Just like, especially with how many people hate the New 52, and Batman's one of the few books people like. And it's about to come to an end, but oh no, it's the one that's continuing. Never mind.
Yeah, that's continuing. But how long do Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo have on that? Because I heard that their contract's almost up, like at the end of 2015. And if that's true,
I think
then I will go into like a deep depression if they don't re-sign them. Because we got lucky. Like, Batman was so like messed up before the New 50. Like, his continuity was kind of all weird, and like Robin was Batman, and it was weird. Grant Morrison took it to a dark place, and then when it got rebooted, and then like everybody's pissed off at the New 52, but then Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo just come out with a bang with Court of Owls, and they've never disappointed me yet. Like, everything they've done has been flawless, and to see them go would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I've only been disappointed in them once, and that was recently with Batman's post-Convergent design, where he's basically armored Chappie.
Yeah, I saw that. I talked about that on my channel. I talked about the DC looks. The thing with that is that too I feel is out of context. Maybe I'm just a Scott Snyder fan, but I feel like that's out of context too. I choose.
I don't think it's Bruce.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's somebody else in that suit, because he's holding a gun too, and he has like police lights on him.
Yeah, so it looks like it's just, maybe it is Chappie. Crossover.
It's Chappie. Neil Blomkamp's come to mess up Batman.
Yep. Yeah. So your TV show was Court of Owls. Yeah,
and I just pulled that one out of my butt because I couldn't think of anything.
Wait, what was your TV show?
Court of Owls. Did you read the Court of Owls?
No, but it's fine.
No, Tommy's new to movies and comics. He's my protege.
I am basically undoing.
Court of Owls is basically like this underground group that controls Gotham, and they've controlled them for years. It's real weird. Definitely pick up the Court of Owls storyline. It's really good. Really, really good.
Get the collector's edition that comes with the Court of Owls mask and give the mask to me.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get the mask.
I know. I just want them. It looks so cool. I would love that. Just have me and my friends go to like a convention. Ask the Court of Owls. I saw a bunch of those. Yeah, I went to Comic-Con recently, and there was a bunch of Court of Owl people just following each other around.
Those masks are so creepy.
They are. It's like, I'll have to put a picture of it in the video, but they're really creepy.
Yeah, and they're so simple but creepy.
I know.
Chris, what was your
Tom, you wanna? My movie was. I haven't talked about it yet, actually.
Would you like to go?
So you want to go? Do you need a second?
Yeah, I need a second.
Okay. My TV show is The Legion of Superheroes, like a live action one. Because growing up, I loved the Legion of Superheroes cartoon. And I love the Legion of Superheroes in general, like the comics. And I feel like they would have such an interesting show because it's a very interesting take on it. And also, since The Flash has the future in it, they could play off of that. Have the Legion come into The Flash. I doubt that would happen, but it could.
Okay,
and yeah, cool. I figured the Legion has been good so far. Also, they could produce like a ton of rings, and that's cool. Because who doesn't like prop rings?
Superheroes again.
Hundreds of people.
Are you gonna have all hundreds of people in there?
Well, that's why I decided not to make. I was gonna make it a movie, but I decided not to because
that'd be a little crowded for a movie. I mean, with like the TV show, you could have cameos and stuff, and like how like Arrow and Flash do their crossovers. You could have like one guy come in, and then he might show up later, but like you don't need to have him there for like the entire season. That way, you can fit as many people as you want in there.
Yeah, and so. Basically, yeah, just Legion of Superheroes.
Sorry about that, guys. Technical issues. But for my TV show, not a lot of people agree with me on this. I don't know. I don't think people agree with me on it because, I mean, there's the Teen Titans show coming out. But I just want a Nightwing show. I don't want Teen Titans show. I don't want all the other Teen Titans. I want just Nightwing. Well, and here's my reason why, because there's Redwood. You could have crossovers with Red Hood.
You could do that with Teen Titans.
Stop this. I'm trying to make
Wait a second.
I know, but like...
Tommy, are you like going for gold on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, now I know who you are. Crap. Okay, sorry.
Did you
I know who you are.
Yeah. Random dude?
I just realized that. Because you said you wanted a Nightwing show, and me and you had like a discussion like 2 days ago about that on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know what you said about that. I think you might have disagreed.
This is how friendships are made.
No, I love Nightwing. Nightwing is Dick Grayson. The character of Dick Grayson is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love that character. He's like Batman if Batman smiled and had a good time. You know, he's even more relatable.
He was Batman at one point.
Yeah, but like he's like Bruce Wayne if Bruce Wayne knew how to have fun every once in a while. I love Dick Grayson, and I think a Nightwing show would be amazing.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you. I'd love to see a Nightwing show. I'm okay with a Teen Titans show.
Can you imagine all the crossovers with like Red Hood? You could have the Batman's Rogue Gallery.
Oh, man.
If you even wanted to put Batman in there, you could. But I mean, you could even cross over with Arrowverse and the Flash. There's a lot of crossovers you could do with it.
I would love if Nightwing would have been like the Batman of the CW verse, but they've already made Arrow just like Batman. But they could have made Nightwing the Batman of the universe.
Hold on, we still have a chance because it's not confirmed if Titans is in the universe yet.
Guys, iZombie is obviously the best DC show. I'm just kidding.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I haven't watched that. I'm not into zombies. Like I'm not.
I'm not into.
Is it actually a DC show? Like, is there comic
it's
for it?
like a weird DC comic, I think.
It's actually, I haven't read the comic, but so far the show's actually pretty good.
It is. Yeah, I'm just not a
It's
zombie
not like,
person. Don't interest me.
Yeah,
like,
it's basically just if you got Constantine and Supernatural and then zombies and bump them together, it's basically this girl has powers, she eats brains and solves mysteries. And that's about it.
It feels like
whenever
it feels like a crime, like it feels like CSI, but kind of like
basically like whenever a new body comes in who's dead,
quirky.
I know. It's like whenever she works at like a morgue, and so whenever a new body comes in and they're solving the mystery, she eats the person's brain, gets all the person's memories, and then solves the murder.
Does she gain their personality as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't paid that much attention.
I don't have time to watch these shows. I have too many shows in a week I have to watch. Some of these shows I'm going to have to wait till like summertime when I have nothing to do, and I can watch them.
Yeah. But with Nightwing, I think Nightwing. I would love a Nightwing show, but I think there's more possibility for crossover if you had the Teen Titans show like there is. Like you said with the Arrowverse, you have.
I know. There's probably more chance of crossover, but I'd rather focus more on Nightwing. I really don't care about all those other characters because I mean, you got Teen Titans Go right now, and I don't think they're gonna do like.
Oh God, I freaking hate that show, and my little brother loves the crap out of that.
I haven't seen that
show.
He
watches it every new episode. He's watching it, and I'm just like, this show replace Young Justice. How dare you? Hope you feel good about yourself about giving this show ratings. I hate that show.
So, it kind of tarnishes the memory of the old Teen Titans show. Because the old Teen Titans show, I like that a lot. I used to watch that as a kid.
I liked it.
Well, I don't think...
I do think that Teen Titans show is like the crappy Young Justice, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I think
like
what
to
this
see
new one was trying to... Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I like to see like a, just like Young Justice live action, I think would be pretty cool, but go on.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. That'd actually be a really good TV show.
Yeah.
But I like the writers that did Young Justice, but go on. Sorry, I've interrupted you like 5 times.
Oh, it's cool. Fine. With the new team, that's what I think. What they did with the everybody on the team with the new the live action team is because it's a lot. It's not something you've seen before, really. It's different. It's like you have Nightwing and you have Starfire and Raven and you know them, but then you have like Barbara Gordon as Oracle and then Hawk and Dove, and those are 2 unknowns, and so those are replacing Cyborg and Beast Boy. Yeah, so those will be.
Here's the reason I think that they're not going to. Why they didn't just do the Nightwing series is because if you do a Nightwing series, you have Nightwing that's the main character, but Nightwing relies so much on the Batman world to be his supporting characters, like Barbara Gordon, and he's with Batman a lot, and there's a lot of Batman characters that will be like the supporting characters to Nightwing. By putting him in Teen Titans, he has Raven and Hawk and Dove, and
at least you got something
those
different
people.
than just a bunch of Batman stuff.
Yeah, and so don't get me wrong, I would love to see a Nightwing show, but the reason I think they did it like that is because they don't want all these Batman characters, because Batman's like their most prized possession. They want
to give out very little of that.
Yeah, basically, if you want to see if you want to see a Nightwing show, just go to YouTube and type in Nightwing the series and watch that.
Good?
Ishmahawk does it. They're really good.
Yeah, they are really good.
They're really good. Definitely one of the best fan things out there. Like there's no other fan series that I'd watch. There was a Batman one not too long ago that was pretty good, but I think that Nightwing series is probably the best one out there. It looks like CW quality stuff, Some of the acting is meh, but I mean they're just fans, so you're not going to get, good acting out of it.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Geely, you're not going to get Geely in there.
Yeah.
What's the topic now?
Hold on, you guys have any final thoughts?
Nightwing series?
No, just in general.
I actually have something to say about the Nightwing series. If you did
Never mind. You keep going.
If you did a Nightwing series, I feel like the villains would be really weird with that because Nightwing doesn't really have that many distinctive villains.
Yeah.
It just kind of feel like a bunch of Batman villains.
Red Hood, that's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. But if you did the Teen Titans series, I feel like you have a lot more, you have a potential for like a lot more spin-offs because you could add an arc. Yeah, because like you can do Red Hood, if you add in Red Hood just in a single episode that in that series, and you had Arsenal from Arrow come over to the Titan show, you could already have the Red Hood and the Outlaws team made, and they could have their own spin-off. And like,
that'd be cool.
You have so we can move on. What's the next topic, Tom?
It is
best DC film is what y'all sent me.
Yep, best DC film.
Now,
I have a feeling
I feel like we're all gonna have the same answer for this one.
I actually didn't have the same one as Tommy yesterday.
No, this is cool.
Tanner.
He's got a pretty good answer. You go first. I'll probably
you could go first, Tanner.
I think the best DC film for me personally is the greatest comic book movie ever. One of the greatest in my top. It is in my top 3 favorite movies, and it's The Dark Knight.
Do you want to
bar none? There's no movie that I've seen that has come out while I've been alive that has impressed me as much as The Dark Knight has. Like, it's such a perfect movie. Like, there's
no faults in it, to be honest.
No, there's no flaw at all. Like, the thing you have to realize is I hear like a lot of people complain like that's not the Batman from the comics, and it's not. It's a very different Batman. It's a real world Batman. It's not the Batman you read in the comics. But what he did is he made one of the greatest like crime dramas of all time and just replaced a character with a comic book character. You know, you take Batman, the name Bruce Wayne and the name Joker out, it's still just a flawless movie, and it's such an amazing movie. And I always feel like when I say The Dark Knight, I'm cheating because it's not really a comic book movie because it's a crime drama that's just using comic book characters, and the comic book characters are changed so much that they don't feel like they're out of a comic book. So I feel like I'm cheating when I say that, but it's such a great movie. And the Joker is like, the Heath Ledger's Joker gave me chills. I remember seeing that movie in the theater. It came out in 2008. I was 9 years old. And so, I remember all the kids in my class wanted to see that movie, and nobody was like allowed to, and I wasn't allowed to either. Like, my mom wasn't gonna let me see it for a while, and then I finally got her to let me see it, and I saw it, and I was just shocked. My jaw to the ground. It was such a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Can I go?
Yes.
Yeah, because I pretty much basically agree with him. He didn't.
Yeah.
He said what I was going to say.
The best DC film is Green Lantern.
That's a lie. You're lying.
It is a
dirty
lie.
Mouth. Okay. Good. I was going to say what?
It is a lie. It's Batman and Robin. No, I'm kidding. One more. Okay, that was all. I think it's Superman, like the original Christopher Reeve Superman movie.
Yeah.
Because
I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I had that on here if somebody else said The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You do?
Because if
I just put down the good DC movies. I put like Batman 89 on here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with Superman, you had like the Adam West series, you had of Batman, but you never really had a good Superman series. And at the time, the effects were like of all movies were really bad. And then Superman comes in with his comes in, and the effects at the time are amazing. And it was like you really couldn't believe
a man can fly. That was a tagline.
Yeah, that was the tagline for it. And so that movie caused so much change in the movie industry in general that it really affected every movie from then on how movies are made. And also it has the best ending ever. You can't tell me that you can't tell me that the Dark Knight has circumnavigated the globe to save somebody.
That's the one problem I have with that movie is the back in time thing. I just never went for me. But I love this 70s Superman. I was saying today on Twitter that the John Williams score, that thing. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love that movie. I really do. I like. It's probably my favorite Superman movie. It's definitely of its time. And there are some things that haven't aged well with it, but it's still, it's a great movie. That was my first introduction to Superman. It was great. I liked everything about it. Dick Donner.
Now, do you can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think Henry Cavill's better than Christopher Reeve? We went over this yesterday.
See, I think that, Henry Cavill, what I saw from Henry Cavill, I thought he was great. I really did. But I think that he didn't have enough to shine in Man of Steel. But I'm a supporter of Man of Steel. I'm a hesitant supporter because there are some things I don't like about it. But I think Henry Cavill is really good. I think that I love Christopher Reeves as Superman, but I don't think like some people, they see Christopher Reeve, when they think of Superman, they think of Christopher Reeve. I don't think of Christopher Reeve when I think of Superman, but he definitely embodied Superman very well, and I really liked him. I don't know. For me, I feel like Cavill's definitely going to get his time to shine in Batman vs. Superman. But, for now, I'm still with Christopher Reeves. But, I'm not so attached to Reeves, I can't accept another Superman, because there are some people out there that are just there's never going to be a Superman besides Reeve. Which
did you like Brandon Routh?
I did.
He's okay.
What he was okay, and I don't hate Superman Returns. It just makes me fall asleep.
Same.
He's not bad, and he's cool on Arrow. I like him. I like him as.
I love him as the Atom. Yeah. He's perfect for that role. And I'm really glad that.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm really glad that DC's pulling out actors from the past that have kind of to revamp them for a new age. I'm hoping that one day they will cast Justin Hartley, the Green Arrow from Smallville, on Arrow. As I don't care who, but I feel like that'd be awesome.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I saw a fan casted that they said Tom Welling should be Metamorpho.
Tom Welling. Everybody loves Tom Welling.
I thought he was okay. He's not the best Superman. I love Smallville, but he's not the worst. He's not the best.
I didn't watch all of Smallville. I didn't watch it all. It was on when I was a little bit younger, so I was a little bit too young to watch it. But I've seen episodes of it. The guy that played Lex Luthor is pretty good. I'm not a Smallville fan too much or anything.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum, he played Lex Luthor. He also voiced Flash in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. So
he did? Oh, that's sweet. I love that Flash voice. That's the voice I hear when I read Flash. I love that Flash voice.
Nowadays, I see more of Grant Gustin. When I was reading Rebirth, I tweeted it a month ago. I was reading Flash Rebirth, and I was I keep seeing Grant Gustin and Tom Cavanaugh, as Flash and Reverse Flash. It was I could see it.
I love Grant as Flash, but that Flash is kind of different than the comics Flash, but I think it's fine. I love Grant Gustin. He's definitely very Peter Parker-ish, in my opinion. Which is good, because I love Peter Parker, so it's good, but it feels like I'm watching Peter Parker if he got super speed instead of spider powers,
Yeah, basically. And then, do you think Ezra Miller is going to do good?
I don't know. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is a phenomenal movie. Definitely watch that if you haven't seen it. He's great in it.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's great in it. That's the only thing I've seen from him. And he was on Californication, a few episodes. But he's a good actor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with it's so weird because just because they're a good actor doesn't mean they're going to do good as that character. like Daniel Day-Lewis is like the greatest actor alive, but you wouldn't cast him as to be in the next Kevin Smith movie, in the next Clerks 3 or whatever. You know, like certain actors have to fit, and I don't know if Ezra Miller does, but I'm definitely optimistic about it, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I really think I've been like rooting for Ezra Miller because I think he's the perfect choice. But if it's Wally West, I don't think he'd be a good Barry. I think he'd be a better Wally West. And
because he was funny in Perks of Being a Wallflower. He was the comedic. He was the comedic guy in Perks of Being a Wallflower. Yeah, and I think that in Wally he's funny, so I think he'd be good as Wally. And I want there to be Wally simply because I don't want there to be two Barrys. So I'm rooting for Wally, but I think they'll go with Barry probably. But hey, I'll be totally cool if it was Wally.
Have you caught up with most of the rumors around?
About what?
Probably.
Tyrese has been saying.
Oh yeah,
how he's gonna. If he is Jon Stewart, that has to mean that they're doing. They would. I don't know anybody who would put Jon Stewart and Barry Allen on the same team because they don't fit. Jon Stewart is known for having a friendship with Wally West, and especially with the Justice League cartoon. That's how those were them. So if Tyrese is confirmed, they would. I think they have to do Wally by then.
And this is so weird. I always wondered why the Justice League Unlimited used Wally West instead of Barry Allen.
I think
Justice League.
I don't know.
Unlimited used Wally West. I never saw that show.
Yeah. Justice League Unlimited had Wally as the main Flash. And I don't know if it was ever said if he was the first Flash. Because I know in the toy line for in the toy line for Justice League Unlimited, they had like Barry and Jay Garrick and stuff.
Oh, cool.
At least it wasn't as bad as Smallville's Flash.
I don't know.
Smallville?
I didn't see Flash.
They did Impulse, and it was Bart Allen, and it turns out in the comic. And it turns out that Barry Allen, Wally West, and Jay Garrick were all just stolen IDs that he had. And that was kind of like an Easter egg for the Flash episode. Bart was he was like a street thugged Flash. So yeah.
Did they do speed right?
Yeah, they did it pretty good. Smallville's speed's a lot different than the Flash speed. Because Smallville, all their speed was like, I guess they're similar, but Smallville did more of the slow motion where everybody's frozen and he's running super fast through it than kind of the actual like blur effects of him running.
Oh, okay.
So we've spent
Silver.
Yeah. Are we ready for the worst DC film? I think that's the next topic. I
don't think anybody's ready for this topic, but we need to get through it.
Yeah.
The worst DC film? I'll go first on this because I have mine. The worst DC film? I'm not going to talk about it just because, but actually no, I'll talk about it. It's Green Lantern.
Oh yeah. I don't like that Green Lantern movie.
I don't. I think Green Lantern's not more of the worst film, it's the most disappointing film. Because it has a great cast. Ryan Reynolds is
I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. He's like a perfect Green Lantern. He's a better Deadpool, but
better Deadpool, but yeah.
Until they sewn his mouth shut.
Yeah, but we don't remember that.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Non-existent. We don't talk about that movie, man.
Hold on, is that movie out of the timeline? Because of
it's out. It's never. Yeah, it's always been out of the timeline in my books. But
they literally only made that movie just like they were just throwing it out there. Like DC didn't have a plan
I think the only reason. Oh, Green Lantern? I thought we were talking about X-Men. Okay.
X-Men.
I think it was a contract thing for X-Men Origins. That's what I feel like it was.
Oh yeah, X-Men. Yeah, they X-Men. I think the Wolverine origin comic came out, and then they decided they were going to do an origin of like ton of characters. Like they're going to do Wolverine's origin, then somebody else's origin, and then they were going to do like First Class, which was Xavier's origin and everything. But then after Wolverine hit and it just sucked, they just like decided to just give it to what's his face to do First Class, Kingsman guy, Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah, I think First Class is more of a Magneto X-Men Origins, and then Days of Future Past is the Xavier X-Men Origins movie.
Yeah.
I think First Class is the best. I think First Class is the best X-Men movie.
Yeah, I love First Class.
Yeah, Matthew Vaughn
is great.
Matthew Vaughn has a great way of showing different like emotions, and I think that's what made it work. But this is DC week, not Marvel week.
Hold on,
Green Lantern. I remember I did not see that movie in the theaters. I don't know why. It was 2011. It was 2011, so I was about 12. So and I didn't see that in theaters. And then I remember we got it like the day it came out. There was like we rented it on like DirecTV or whatever, and I'm a big superhero guy. Like even at that age, I was big into superheroes, so I was excited. And I watched the first 20 minutes. Even as a kid, I was just like, I don't know, I just don't like this. And I got up and I left and went to do something else. And like when you're that young, you don't really know whether like a movie's good or bad. Sometimes like you're just like, I don't like this or I do like this. And for me, I was just put off by it. Didn't want to watch it.
Yeah. I saw a review online that said the Green Lantern was the best DC superhero movie that they've made. And
that person's retarded.
Yeah. And I just remember because it's based on the Green Lantern Rebirth comic, and I love that comic. And the script was just so bad. And it had one of the most cheesy endings. Yeah.
Yeah,
it had
one
one
of the most Cloud.
Yeah, the Cloud.
Why did they CGI the costume? I mean, even if they made kind of a crappy real costume.
Well, because they were trying to make it seem like it was like an alien origin or something. So it was
it was good in theory, but
yeah, it was, but it just didn't look good on screen. But I still think that movie had one of the best DC like endings that will never be continued ever.
The Sinestro thing.
Yeah, it was like Sinestro taking off his green ring and throwing it into space, and yet the yellow ring puts on.
Where did he find that yellow ring from? I don't remember.
He made it in the movie.
Okay.
It was the movie.
When I saw the movie, I didn't stay till the end, so I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, I was patiently optimistic at the time.
Hold on, can I say one thing about First Class? And Chris knows this. There's someone at our school that hates First Class with a passion.
Oh yeah, there's this kid at our school who hates First Class and says X-Men 3 is the best X-Men movie.
I don't.
He's not.
Tommy beat him up.
I don't mean to take
I
this
actually
away
got
from
into 2 fights with him, not over that. But
I feel like we all know some stupid people, but I don't mean to take this too far away from comics. But I have a friend that, well, I shouldn't say friend because can't be friends with him after this. But he prefers the prequels to the original Star Wars movies. And
oh God, I had people like that at my school.
Like, wait, and like.
Oh, I'm not gonna say names, but
okay.
John is him.
John.
He lives at 204. It's like, but go beat him up. But he's just down. Like, they look cooler. It's like, shut up. I hate you.
No, there's a person at my school who they said that the prequels are better and that they would be even better if there was more Jar Jar.
No way.
Yeah,
I know. Like, I mean, there are some people. I mean, there are some people that just, like, I mean.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand
I feel like it's, most of them are the generation that didn't see the originals till after the prequels.
Yeah,
so they don't know how good they are.
Like, I was, the prequels were on when I was a little kid, so I was that generation that was supposed to grow up with the prequels, but I grew up with the original trilogy, because I saw the prequels in theaters as a kid, and, to me, but I guess I have to thank, my mom for, like, showing me the original trilogy first, because after watching that, when the prequels came out, to me, I just was like, yeah, but it's not Han, Luke, and Leia, so that's not Star Wars to me. So I didn't really like them that much. Like, I thought they were cool, but I wasn't like, this is my Star Wars. Like, I was like, even as a little kid, I gravitated more to the original trilogy. But,
yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, now we're talking about Star Wars. We've gone from everything. We've gone more off topic than on topic. Well, where's DC film? Green Lantern sucks.
Yeah, Green Lantern sucks. Next. Tommy, I know Tommy's is Batman and Robin. So I'm limiting Tommy on how long he can talk about it because he ranted for about an hour yesterday.
Yeah, that's why we had to postpone it. I can say 2 words and then I can pass it on to Tanner. Bat nipples. Okay. There you go.
Yep, that works. Tanner, what is it?
Batman and Robin.
Answer? Yeah, definitely.
One thing I will say about Batman and Robin is it is the worst DC film in my opinion. I agree with Tommy. It is the worst, but it is not the least enjoyable one.
Oh no, it's
because
super enjoyable.
That
it's so
movie.
Bad, it's so good.
If you have a group of friends sitting down and watching that movie, it can be like one of the most funnest experiences ever. That movie is so awful, but it's so weird that those people that made that actually thought that they were making a good movie. Like, it's hard.
Did you hear the director apologize for making the movie?
Yeah, I saw the video. He was like, but the video was like, for those who love Batman forever and came into this expecting something that good.
Forever.
Yeah, he's like, those expecting something that good and were disappointed, I apologize. It's like, no, you should apologize for both of them. But,
Yes.
Batman Forever is the lesser of 2 evils, but it's still not good. But Batman and Robin, just, there's not one single thing redeemable about that movie, except that it has so many great quotable lines from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Let's kick some ice.
Yeah. And then the very end when he's like,
dinosaurs.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning or whatever. That's just, God. And then there's just, I don't know. It gives me a headache. My film that I picked was Batman and Robin, but as my backup, I had
Quest for Peace.
Quest for Peace.
Wait,
you
Superman, had Catwoman?
Yes, but I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like that's fair because I've only seen half of it, and it is just awful, and I don't want to talk about Catwoman.
That's understandable.
I'll go with Batman Forever, I guess, because it's bad.
You could agree with him on Batman and Robin if you want.
Oh, I agree with him on Batman and Robin. That is.
Yeah, you don't have to all have separate ones. Yeah.
If you think about like the cast alone, you have George Clooney, phenomenal actor. Uma Thurman,
I think George Clooney,
phenomenal actress.
I think George Clooney would have been a great Batman if the script was right.
I think that he would have been a good Batman if he knew who Batman was, because he literally is just like, that whole movie's stupid. I mean,
I apologize for that.
It's cool.
His Office.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the greatest action figures of all time. I mean, not action figures, action stars.
I didn't know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's not an action figure.
Are you sure? Because I have a Terminator action figure somewhere.
But everything. There's nothing about that movie that is cool, and they change costumes in the end.
I know, that's kind of pointless.
Yeah,
it's just to sell more toys, man.
The ice skates, though.
The ice skates, I know. And then it's like he has to get diamonds for his freeze gun. And he's like, there was a part in that movie where he literally sings the song from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. He's like, I'm Mr. Snow Miser, whatever. It's such a terrible movie.
The Iceman cometh. That was very bad.
He didn't have any dialogue that wasn't ice pun related.
Right?
No, he did.
I'm actually going through it, and there's almost I can't find any that I remember that's not ice related.
Yeah. I think Batman and Robin's horrible, and they had another one planned. Yeah.
So
have you heard about George Clooney's Office? George Clooney's in George Clooney's home office, he has a poster of Batman and Robin, and it says, written on it with Sharpie, "This is what happens when you do movies just for the money."
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. He knows better. And, like, George Clooney, like, at an interview, he's like, he always jokes about Batman and Robin and how bad it is. He was banned from Comic-Con that year.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. I read that online, I think.
Understandably so, though.
So are we on number 6?
We don't have 6 topics, so yeah.
Yeah, we do. We're on.
Yeah, we do.
5.
Yeah, so 6, right? Wait, what's the next one? What's the next topic? It's the
who would win?
The best
Batman
animated?
Superman.
Oh, Batman or Superman. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be back 5 seconds.
Okay, cool.
Well, who would win, Batman or Superman? I mean, I'm a Batman fanboy. Batman is my favorite. But I feel like skill level versus skill level, I feel like is clearly Superman. The only reason I think Batman is even in the conversation is because I feel like it's a lot of just Batman fans want, because anyway Batman would win is always like because Superman won't kill Batman, or he's holding back. There's always some lame excuse. So even though, of course, I'm rooting for Batman to win, he's not going to win.
Since you're a Batman fan, before I go, can I ask you a deep question?
Yes.
Deepest. Do you think Batman killed Joker in the end of The Killing Joke?
I don't know. I mean, I love The Killing Joke. That's actually the first comic I ever read, was The Killing Joke.
Dude, that
introduced me to
comics messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to get y'all, what are y'all's opinions on the Batgirl cover?
I don't think it should have gotten pulled. Like, I understand, but I think it was stupid to pull it. Just like, yeah.
For me, it's like, the thing is, everybody, like, you can't tell people they can't be offended by something. If somebody's offended, they're offended. You can't help it. But, I feel like all the excuses of why they didn't like it were so lame. Like, one of the excuses is like, was like, it's implying rape. No, it's not. That's not what it's doing. That's just the Joker. No. Joker, because, the Joker in the comics, he's like asexual. He doesn't, like even in like the Batman animated series, they paint a picture of like that one, like where Harley's always trying to get to him and he's just ignores her. He's obsessed with Batman. Not in like a gay way, but in the like, he doesn't think about that stuff. That's beyond him. He's just a weird, messed up guy. He doesn't think about those things. So, that doesn't make any sense. 2, they go, they say, it doesn't fit the tone of the story. Well, it's a variant cover. Variant covers aren't supposed to necessarily fit the tone of a story. Variant covers, like, there's some variant covers are just random. Like, there was a variant cover, like, they had, like, movie month in DC, and it was, like, the Superman cover was Bill and Ted's,
it's Bill and
Venture.
Ted,
Bill and Ted have nothing to do with Superman. That isn't, I mean, it doesn't have, the variant cover is just, like, a cool cover that somebody made. On the side. That you pay extra for. That's all it is.
Yeah. And I love The Killing Joke, and so, I wasn't offended by it because I know what he did in The Killing Joke, and it's like, I mean, you spoilers for The Killing Joke, but you shot Barbara, and then you took his dad, beat him naked, and made him look at his daughter naked in a tunnel of love. So,
I mean, it's messed up. Don't get me wrong, but that's the joke. The Joker has murdered like millions of babies.
Yeah, the Joker's like a crazy person, so he really messes like with everyone. And so this shouldn't have been as big as this was. And I'm glad people are fighting to keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like, if it was implying something that terrible or something like that, I would totally be against it. Because I would never support anything that was like that. I would never support anything like that. But it wasn't. And it's a cool cover. I don't care enough. I don't think it was a cool enough a cover that I would that I'm too upset about it. But I don't like that that they're gonna censor someone else's art because they just wanted to pay homage to the Killing Joke. That's what I don't understand. And people that are complaining, and I saw this one girl that was complaining about it, and it's nothing against women because it's not all women that were talking crap about it. And I have some girls that I know that read comics, and they're perfectly fine with it. They loved the cover, but this one girl I saw who she was one of these guys I follow has a comic Twitter, and she commented on that. And she was like, I'm unfollowing you because you support this. And then I clicked on her profile, and she was and all her comments were and plus people say it's paying homage to the Killing Joke. Well, the Killing Joke sucks anyway. I've never read it, but I can tell it sucks. It's well, you've never read it. You're just wanting to be against it. You don't know anything about it. And you can tell.
Did you guys get through your thing?
Yeah. I said Superman would win, even though I guess technically there would be ways for Batman to win, but at the end of the day, Superman kick his butt. And I'm a Batman fan.
With him.
Superman
would win.
Superman would win. He's just gonna punch him in the face. He's dead.
Heat vision. Yeah.
No. He's gonna put a bear in the Batmobile. So when Batman opens it, have you not heard that before?
No.
There's a podcast I listened to, and it's 50 ways Superman could be Batman. One of them was you could put a bear in the Batmobile, and if Batman's going to open the door and they're going to be a bear, and it's going to attack him. And even if he does win, Superman will just keep flying in, putting bears randomly until one, because you can't, and then it's you can't fight a bear forever. Just ask anyone who's been eaten by a bear. Yeah. So we ran through this comic very fast.
Superman wins, but there are
Batman
ways you could find Batman to win. But it's the very comic booky ways, that don't make much sense. He has a suit of armor, or he has and one thing that Scott Snyder did that was pretty cool, when in the very beginning of Endgame, when Superman is being mind controlled and he's trying to kill Batman, in the arms there's rocks of kryptonite all throughout the suit. So even by getting close to the suit, it's damaging Superman. So there are ways to do it, but every way either involves in Superman holding back or kryptonite. And that's it. Or him getting somebody else in the Justice League to beat him up for him.
Mm-hmm. That's what they did in what is it? The Dark Knight Rises.
Or Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
Green Arrow shot him with a kryptonite bow.
One-handed Green Arrow.
That doesn't make sense.
Your logic is...
I still don't get that, because...
Frank Miller is insane, and I like the Returns in year one, but he is insane. And he truly is... While as good as he is a Batman writer, he is bad of a Superman writer.
Yeah. He basically writes Superman like a campy Boy Scout, when Superman has always gone against the government, decisions and stuff. Frank Miller doesn't care. He's Captain
America. Superman's the Captain America of DC, but Frank Miller, and Frank Miller's Batman is a jerk. Even though I like Frank Miller, he's very one-sided. But yeah, Superman wins.
So I can take this out if you guys want to, but remember how there was a rumor of Nick Cage being Superman?
Yeah, he was cast at first in a Tim Burton.
He was.
I put Nick Cage Superman in there, and if you get it, I want you to tell what it would be like and what you would think of it.
I think it would probably be Batman Returns.
It's fine. We can keep it.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
So we have one more topic.
We do?
I
added another topic. The best DC animated film. I know mine.
So do I.
Yeah.
I
know yours, Tommy?
No, I don't, because I was just alerted of this topic.
Okay. Well, we'll go and then you can go.
Safari and just type in best.
Yeah. Just click the best one. Do you want to go first?
Man. It's Animal Man. Come on.
Do you want to go first, Tanner?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. My personal favorite, and to me, I think is the best for me, and that's Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is actually my second favorite Batman movie ever, under The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. And I love that movie. Like, that was the first like Batman movie I remember watching as a kid. I grew up with Batman the Animated Series and that, and I love that movie. You know, it's like the first time you get to know the origin of Batman. The Phantasm always creeped me out, and it's an original story. One thing you'll find about is the animated movies, like Year One is based off of Year One. The Dark Knight Returns based off of Dark Knight Returns. Under the Red Hood based off of Death in the Family. You know, all these are based off of things. Batman the Mask of the Phantasm is fully original idea that Paul Dini wrote, and Paul Dini is most of
the movies like around based on in the Batman the Animated Series universe are original. Like you have like Sub-Zero, I think's one. Mystery of the Batwoman.
Mystery of the Batwoman wasn't as good as the other two, but it was fine.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, Mask of the Phantasm is obviously the best. It's because that's
it was theatrically released. I wish I would have been old enough time to see it in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably my favorite That's like my favorite Batman film that's like animated, but I don't think it is personally.
That got Batman right more than any film. Like, if you want to just watch a movie about Batman, like you want Batman that you read in the comics, it better portrays Batman than The Dark Knight does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But, I love Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I think it's great. And I love how, like, it's just, like, half... And like, one thing to say is I love how, like, the animated series Batman, he is my favorite Batman because he's not a stick in the mud. Like, he's... Like, Batman now, I feel like it's written... like kind of like how Frank Miller wrote him, as in like he's always mad, he's always a jerk. That Batman would crack some jokes every once in a while. He'd crack a smile every once in a while. I love that Batman, but that's just But there are some other great DC animated movies.
Oh yeah, there are definitely. Mine that I think is the best DC.
Hold on, can I guess this real quick? It's Throne of Atlantis, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That movie.
Not even close.
Like that movie.
Not even close. Mine is Batman Under the Red Hood.
Great movie.
It's amazing, and I say it's the best. I don't think it had the best. It had a good portrayal of Batman, but I feel like just the dynamic story of it, how everything. I love the comic for one. Under the Death in the Family, and then the Red Hood. Or the Red Hood comic.
I like Red Hood. I like the Jason Todd story, like his death and everything.
Yeah, Jason Todd's awesome. And so when you have like a story like this, like a lot of Batman, it introduced a lot of Batman fans to Jason Todd and what he was about and what what happened to him. Also, it had the perfect casting they basically listened to the fan casting at the time. They Googled Batman Red Hood fan casting. Jensen Ackles appears, so they cast him as Red Hood. And that's like everybody's big fan casting for that.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, so you got the guy from Supernatural. I think Kevin Conroy voiced Batman, and I might be wrong.
Bruce Greenwood voiced Batman.
That
was the one thing that I think Bruce Greenwood did a good job, and Kevin Conroy is my Batman, but Bruce Greenwood did a good job.
Amazing.
Yeah. And Neil Patrick Harris, Barney Stinson himself, was
as
Dick Grayson.
Yeah. And it fits so well together, that story. And then
and the Joker
I don't think any
was good too.
The Joker was amazing, and Mark Hamill, I think, right?
No, that was not Mark Hamill. That was
it wasn't Mark Hamill?
Let me look it up. I know who it is. I can't think of his name. Yeah. But no, it wasn't Mark Hamill. He was similar to Mark Hamill. He was what's his name? John DiMaggio. That's
John. Okay.
Yeah.
But I just think that film really had everything that you'd want in a Batman movie. It was dark. It was dramatic, and it had the Joker and Nightwing were all comedic, and also that's the reason why I wanted to do Amazo for my comic, was because Amazo was in that movie.
I really like Under the Red Hood. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tommy, you up?
Under the Red Hood is my second favorite animated DC movie, probably.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I'm sorry. You go.
Oh, at the time it was actually. I remember at the time before it was released, it was leaked on YouTube, but that's where I watched it for the first time.
Oh, really?
It was like
I was late to the party with it because I remember when it first came out. It was 2010. Didn't pay attention to it. It was like probably about a year or two ago was the first time I saw it actually.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, it's really good. Tommy.
Okay, I don't have an answer, so can I just say Animal Man again? or is that not a good answer?
You could do it.
Animal Man.
Animated. They have an animated Animal Man thing.
Are you being serious?
But I'm pretty sure it's
they
related
do?
to Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
it's
never
on
seen
Teen Titans Go. It's on Teen Titans
Go.
It's like one of those little shorts that are in the commercials for those DC shows that they had.
Oh, the DC Nation shorts. That's what.
It's the DC Nation shorts.
So I don't have. I mean, the only animated movies I've seen is Justice League War and Justice League Throne of Atlantis.
Oh yeah. See, War I've only seen part of. Throne of Atlantis I watched. I was disappointed with that one. I mean, it's not awful.
It's not bad. I just think
I didn't love it.
I liked Aquaman.
Yeah,
that was their main goal. Was to
kind of half but done. Like they didn't try very hard. Like the voice acting wasn't great.
I really hope
the story itself wasn't that great.
Yeah. The only thing I'm hoping for is after that, which was like a really disappointment, I'm really hoping the next one, Batman vs. Robin, is really good. Because that's the Court of Owls in the animated movies.
Yeah.
And so...
I don't mean to be pessimistic, but the same guy, it's the same people that are making that also made Son of Batman and Throne of Atlantis. So I doubt it will be any good at all. But hey, you never know. I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so are we ready for the game?
Yeah, my answer is Animal Man, and my answer trumps all of yours. But yeah, we're ready for the game.
Okay, cool. Do you know the rules of the game?
You told me, but I forgot them. So
why don't
I'll explain it. Okay, so we have in a hat random DC movies. Okay, and what's gonna happen is Tommy is gonna draw out one for each of us, and no matter how good or bad the movie is, we have to defend why it is the best. Yeah, why it's the best, and you guys are gonna decide. We're not. I guess we can kind of decide, but like, say me and Tanner get Green Lantern and Batman and Robin, and Tommy gets the Dark Knight.
Hold on, should we go based off of argument?
I don't care. Just sure. It's an arguing contest. Okay, so Tommy, draw out Tanner's.
Oh, also there's the Nick Cage one in there.
Yeah. So one of them, I say if there's like a random one that's the Nick Cage Superman movie, and for that I say you have to pitch why that movie would be good. Okay,
there's a documentary about that movie coming out soon. I want to see.
I want to see that. I want to see it so bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been.
And do you want to do animated movies as well? Because I put 2 in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We probably won't get them.
What did Tanner get?
Wait, is it Tanner? I'm still shuffling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure this is good.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, Tanner. Tanner, you're gonna have a good time with this. That's Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Batman and Robin. Perfect.
Let me put that
my
out.
turn.
I really hope I get Nick Cage Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And dang it!
What?
Superman Returns.
Oh, you got Superman Returns?
Yeah. Wait, no, you got Superman Returns.
Oh, I got Superman Returns. Okay, I got this.
And I got Batman Returns.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
So
we really have the cream of the crop here, don't we?
So I will just say my movie is easily the best because nipples. That is the sole reason.
Answer. The sole reason. They're like soul nipples.
They had the guts to put nipples. Like if you watch Batman Returns, they have the 6-pack, they have the pecs, but they did not have the balls to put the nipples
you're not
on
my
the
movie
suit.
down now, aren't you?
They did not, and no, the Batman and Robin, that is a modern day classic. It is ahead of its time.
More of a modern day Adam West movie, to be honest.
It is ahead of its time.
No, it's behind its time.
Now,
yeah.
Hey,
I could say one thing though. You have bat nipples. I have super bulge. So we could argue which one's more attractive. I think super bulge wins.
Chris,
my guy had the guts to like stuff his crotch.
Bat credit card.
His crotch.
Case closed. Bat credit
Dang
card.
It. I forgot. I got one for you.
Hey, hold on. How much do you think the max is on that Batman credit card?
It says I will send you a picture that you can put on the video. On the card, the expiration date or whatever on the credit card says forever. It just says forever. It is amazing.
Wait, does that mean it's forever expired or forever?
No, it's forever. They can use it for forever. They can never stop using it. That's yeah.
If we still have the energy, we could go through like two or another round or two if you want. But
yeah, okay.
You want yours, Chris?
I think Superman Returns is the best movie because for one, they continued on to a franchise that was dying.
Dead.
Well,
they continued on
to
the Christopher
Reeve for a while.
Yeah, they continued on to honor Christopher Reeve. Also,
have you ever actually finished that movie without yawning, Chris? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I finished. I never yawned during that movie.
Okay.
But then you got like the perfect Superman. Maybe like, Brandon Routh is a great Superman. And if you don't believe me, ask.
Is he a great Superman or is he the perfect Superman?
Oh, he's a great Superman, but
I didn't hear
if you ask,
that sentence.
I'm gonna bring in Grant Gustin as my backup because Grant Gustin said that Brandon Routh will always be Superman in his books, and he's the Flash. So you can't diss the Flash's opinion, and I got the Flash on my side now.
But
also, there's one more thing.
The Flash is on the same network.
They had Kevin's.
Go on.
But don't bring that up. That's just not important. but
hey, hold on. Here's what I'll say about
we had Kevin Spacey as we had the perfect Lex Luthor casting. Just putting it out there.
You had a Lex Luthor that's plan was to buy land that would have kryptonite under it, so that Superman could not go to that land.
His plan was real estate.
Yes,
it was alien real estate.
He was an evil landman. That's what Lex Luthor was.
He's like the guy. He's like the farmer that's selling land, and he's like the one that's like cooking weed and stuff back there, and that looks shady. But you're never intimidated by
it. He's the Walter White.
Because he's saying too much stupid stuff. I mean, yeah, it was good casting, but the script was awful for him. He was talking about freaking Prometheus and whatever in the beginning of the movie.
Hey, he was also, have you ever seen a movie where a little 5-year-old throws a piano at a dude with a clown tattooed on the back of his head?
I don't want to bring up touchy subjects, but just want to point out that Lois Lane has a child.
Yeah.
And
I know.
That child throws a piano. Yet, she says, I never did anything with you. Which would either mean that Superman drugged her and raped her, or something because or something happened because she doesn't remember ever being with Superman, but her kid can throw pianos.
It was because of the Superman 1 memory erase kiss or whatever that movie was.
But still, why does she not ever say, "Hey, Superman, why did you rape me? That's not cool. We're supposed to be friends." Just gonna point that out.
Because she could advertise her kid. Also, James Marsden dropped out of playing Cyclops in X-Men 3 to be in this movie. So, I mean...
Yeah, which your crappy movie also caused an X-Men movie to be crappy because Bryan Singer left that movie too. So, your crappy movie caused 2 crappy movies.
Yeah, dude. I disqualified myself on here.
Try to...
The only reason why X3 is bad.
X3 was bad because there was no Super Baby.
Magneto in the forest.
Do you guys just want to surrender to my argument?
No, because Batman Returns is overrated as crap.
He has bat nipples. What do you got?
I will
Danny
say,
DeVito?
Danny DeVito is the best Penguin to ever be portrayed in live-action form on film.
There has only been 2. And one of them was, what's his face? Whack, 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 or whatever.
Yeah,
Rocky's trainer.
Are you really call that guy better?
Technically, there's been 3.
I'd much rather be next to, the 60s Penguin, because
shut your mouth.
Freaking DeVito's Penguin bites off a guy's nose. Okay.
That's what the Penguin's supposed to be.
He doesn't bite off people's noses. Okay, here's the point. The whole plot of Batman Returns is Christopher Walken wants to put up a new power plant, but he can't because the mayor won't allow him. So he finds Penguin and wants to make Penguin mayor so he can have the mayor in his pocket.
Okay, that is a really dumb plot, and I will admit that. But here's the thing. I don't have bat nipples. I don't have cheesy puns. I don't have security footage that looks like it was actually filmed like a movie. I don't have an over-the-top villain woman. I have a decent...
You have 2 over-the-top villains. Catwoman is over-the-top and Penguin is.
No. Michelle Pfeiffer's actually
don't diss Michelle Pfeiffer.
But
she's a good
she
Catwoman.
literally dies and then is resurrected by cats. That makes no sense.
That's kinky.
I think you're thinking of the other Catwoman movie.
No. Watch Batman
Michelle
Returns.
Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Christopher Walken's like, Christopher Walken pushed you down and stuff, and she dies, and then cats resurrect her. It's awful.
My movie has Michael Keaton. Your arguments are all invalid.
Michael Keaton is in the movie for 5 minutes because watch that movie again and actually bring a stopwatch.
It's actually 6.
Film.
Actually 6. I counted.
Michael Keaton's barely in the movie. He is so underused. And my point is, both movies are bad. Which is the worst movie? Batman and Robin. But Batman and Robin is also the more enjoyable movie because Batman and Robin is a funny movie. Batman Returns is one of the hardest to watch movies ever. It is just, gosh. I
can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I do not like Batman Returns at all. That movie.
I will have Penguin bite off your nose. Do you have any final words you like to say?
I have a question.
Final word is...
I have a question.
The very ending, Alfred and Batman are DJing to save the day.
Hey,
I shall cancel the pizza, Master Bruce.
Batman kills people. Batman kills people in that movie. He sets a guy on fire with the Batmobile in the very beginning.
Batman doesn't do enough in your movie.
Hey, Tommy, I have a question. About your movie, where's my bird?
Oh, God.
Yes. Thank you.
I had to give him
go
the where's
saying that.
Yeah, that has to be we have to put a where's my bird meme in here.
That's
if you don't get that meme, follow Tommy on Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
I honestly think that is the worst dialogue in any movie, not just a comic book movie. Any movie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna declare a quick winner. I feel like Batman and Robin had you.
No, hold on. We're gonna let the audience decide this.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure Batman and Robin had you there.
Batman and Robin, worst movie, but the more enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
I dare all of you to watch Batman Returns like this week. Watch it and tell me that it is a good movie.
I will say to your face, it's a good movie. I've seen that.
We should have we should sit down one day, record a podcast just watching Batman Returns.
Yeah, commentary. We have to do commentary.
Yeah. We have to do commentary for Batman Returns, and then Batman and Robin, and we can compare the two.
we can do like the Screen Junkies thing where they live watch it like on break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
they did that with the Leprechaun movie.
Leprechaun 4 in space.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Do you want to do another round?
Okay. Are we doing another round, or are we ending it here?
You want to do another round?
I don't know. We did all the topics. I don't know another topic. I'm trying to think of like anything that keeps talking about the news. Oh, game.
Talk about the game. Yeah. Let's talk about the game.
What's up to you guys? I'm the guest. Y'all's podcast.
I drink
You're the guest. Do you want to do more?
How about? Sure.
Okay, we got one more. We'll do one more and then end this. So, Tommy, give us the movies.
The hat is being shooken.
Okay.
That's the theme song. The song waiting for him to pull it.
You've got two Adam West movies. Now you got Batman 1966. Tanner.
Who did? Oh, yes. Awesome. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Holy, because that's the best elevator music I've heard.
Holy whack on lyrical lyrics, Batman.
Chris, I'm really shaking yours up, girl. Good, because you might win this. So I'm gonna make sure it's all shaken up.
I got this.
Chris?
Yeah.
You got Nick Cage Superman.
Oh, I can easily win with this. I got this. This isn't hard. This isn't difficult.
Yo, wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts. There'd have been a Let's Get Nuts scene in it, I'd bet.
Batman 1989.
Okay.
Are we doing this?
Are we doing this?
These are so unfair. Like, Tommy's had such good luck with these.
We can do another one.
No, this is fine. I'm ready to defend my boy Adam West.
I picked a new one. I just got Superman 1. I'll do another one. I'm not stopping until I get a bad movie. Wonder Woman?
Was there a Wonder Woman movie?
I haven't seen that movie, but yeah, it's a movie.
I thought that was just a TV show. Oh,
either that or Supergirl.
Yeah, there was a Supergirl movie. Yeah, I know that, and that was awful.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I think mine just shut off. Okay. So wait, what do I have?
You have you had I had you had Nick Cage Superman.
I have Green Lantern.
Yeah, okay.
You have Nick Cage Superman, and then Tanner has Batman 1966.
Okay, are we doing this? You want to go first, Tanner? Okay.
All right. Reason why my movie wins is because in the 60s, DC Comics were at a super low point. But because of the 60s TV show and spin-off movie, that had Batman sales skyrocket, and they could continue doing Batman comics, and then Batman character got more popular. So if it wasn't for my movie and TV show, the Batman comics would have been canceled.
Is it a good movie?
Is it a good movie? For its time. You could say that.
No, I'm talking about right now. Is it a good movie?
It has good qualities.
I want to hear you say it's a good movie right now.
They teach you how to get rid of a bomb.
Mm-hmm. And, how
to run in front of the street.
How to go up buildings. How to,
It's a very...
It had a cool car. Really cool car.
They had a cool car.
I would argue that my movie had the coolest car out of all of our movies.
Oh, I don't know, man. Mine... Okay.
Yours doesn't exist.
Nick Cage Superman.
Hot Wheels car.
It's so good that it got canceled for overhype. Because Tim Burton didn't think he could live up to the hype. But also, it was confirmed that Nick Cage Superman was going to have a scene where he crossed over with 1989 Michael Keaton Batman.
That sounds awful.
Also, the villain was the greatest Superman villain alive, Brainiac.
And guess what? Brainiac was going to be a spider. A mechanical spider.
He was going to be a mechanical spider. But you know, Superman was going to circumnavigate the globe in the end to wreck through that mechanical spider. Also, Nick Cage is a perfect Superman casting. Maybe not acting-wise, but Nick Cage is... Nick Cage is...
No, but...
Nick Cage was the only person at the time to have a perfect copy of Superman issue 1, well, Action Comics issue 1, on display before it got stolen from him, and the police said he can't have it back now. But he had it because he's such a huge Superman fan. Also, he had killer rockin' 80s Con Air hair. Because, I mean,
what other Superman? He had a mullet.
What other movie will you get 80s Con Air hair other than Con Air?
Con Air.
Also, he had a Superman suit with an even bigger bulge than Brandon Routh's.
I think that's because Nick Cage has a bigger D.
But
probably
the
also
Kevin Smith wrote the first draft of the script, and it was better than the one Tim Burton wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Also, I mean, we're still talking. There's a movie being made about this movie today. I don't see a movie being made about Adam West Batman today.
The movie's being made because of how terrible it looked and sounded.
Okay, we could be talking about Superman Rebirth or whatever it's called.
The Death of Superman, I thought it was going to be called.
No,
Superman Lives. It was Superman Lives because the documentary's called
like.
The documentary's called The Death of Superman Lives. What happened?
Yeah, there's this movie like Superman Flyby. We could be talking about that.
No, we're talking about Nick Cage Superman though, Chris.
Yeah.
What was Tommy's movie?
Green Lantern. You want to know which movie has the best costume out of all these? Green Lantern.
Robin Boy Shorts.
Nick Cage Superman's suit glowed with neon lights.
If Nick Cage is going to a rave in that Superman outfit, then yeah, that's a good Superman setting location for that movie. But no.
Also, I'm pretty sure Lois Lane was like 80. I might be wrong.
My movie,
but I'm pretty
at least made
in Kevin Smith's script, she was not 80. She was normal. Maybe in Burton's.
Maybe I just was drunk reading on the internet, but I do not condone drinking, people. Just saying.
Don't drink it, especially
especially when watching Nick Cage movies.
No,
bees,
that's the best thing.
not the bees.
What?
My eyes.
Wait, you had talking about Green Lantern?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Green Lantern. And
Tanner basically won. At least his movie's good.
Hey, no.
My movie doesn't exist.
Hey, shut up. I'm still arguing because I didn't get to argue mine. My movie at least made sense part of the time.
Did it?
It did.
He made a fair.
Hey, hold on. Tanner, can you please explain to me how Batman shark repellent makes sense? If you can explain that, I will surrender. I will give up.
Well, why it makes sense.
I can't wait to hear this.
Is because Batman is always prepared. And sometimes you're going to run into sharks. So, he developed a formula that would cause sharks to not want to... It's like insect repellent, but for sharks. Mm-hmm. Probably got it from Aquaman.
Yep. Hashtag confirmed.
You didn't explain the logic behind that at all?
Okay, the thing is there's no logic behind any of these movies.
Besides Green Lantern, because Green
Lantern has no logic at all.
Explain to me where there's no lack of logic.
A man
that moment where he
can form anything that his mind can think of.
That's the comic.
He continues using guns.
What happens.
Yes, it's the comic, but just because it's from the comic doesn't mean that it makes sense.
Also, he made that Hot Wheels track. Also, there's no logic at that moment when that helicopter crashes and nobody gets killed.
Those guys are friends of Superman, and Superman was in that movie. So just hold on.
Okay.
Also, there's that moment where that that car's going crazy, and Green Lantern makes a Hot Wheels track, and that
was the best part of Green Lantern.
It was a perfect Hot Wheels track.
Yeah.
Also, how did he defeat the villain again?
Hot Wheels when you grew up? Obviously, Ryan Reynolds did. So, back up off him.
Okay, I have something that will prove my movie to be better.
Do it then. I would really hate to see this.
One second. Have to type this. You guys discuss. Okay, here it is. Did you like to know that the Batman movie from the 60s has an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I did know that, actually.
Would you like to know what Green Lantern 2011
Oh, you have room to talk, Tommy.
Use IMDb.
Huh?
IMDb? That's not a real website.
IMDb.
Green Lantern has 26%.
Yep. He wins. Adam West wins.
We're not going
to be fair, all of our movies suck, so they're all unenjoyable.
Well, mine's non-existent, so
yeah,
it could have been
never made.
It could have been good.
We'll give the win to you because, well, yours at least had a chance of being the most enjoyable one.
We basically only have a couple left. So do you want to do one last one?
How long has this been going on? Because this
thanks for coming on, Tanner.
Check him out on his channel.
Yeah, I could send y'all a link to my channel. Y'all could put it in the script.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. Also, we'll put it. I don't know if iTunes has a description. If this is even going on iTunes. But yeah, subscribe to this channel, please. Definitely check out Tommy's show, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. His episode this week is on Batman,
and
the good movies, the bad movies, and those horrible movies. With an honorable mention from a special guest, which is not named yet.
What?
Probably not me. But yeah, check us out later. Peace, dog.
Peace.